All right, gang, so I wanted to use this video to address the suboccipitals, as these are a common limitation in our ability to kind of turn our neck. So in my post today, I talked about getting the rib cage back, and that's all well and good, but when we do talk about the neck, there are certain limiting factors that will preclude us from doing that, one of them being the SEM, okay? So if you feel pain kind of in the mid to upper neck, or if you just feel kind of stiffness back here, a good way to check would be like a chin to chest. So when I go like this, if I'm really, really stuck, if I can't get down, chances are my SCMs are quite grippy. And so in this video, we want to look at a couple ways to kind of relax those guys a little bit. And number one, our SCMs are going to start right at about the hairline, so kind of in this area. And so with the easiest way that, the easiest way to go about that is just take a tennis ball, put that in that area, let it sink in. Okay, and again, just being very careful. Certainly if you feel like weird nervy pain, stop. But all I'm going to do in this position is just hold, and actually just think about looking down. Looking down will inhibit the SEMs. With forward head posture, you tend to look up, and that contracts the SEMs. The suboccipital. So I'm going to look down. Just going to let this relax. I'm going to breathe in. Really just let this sink in. And I would hold here for about a minute. Okay, and then I can either sort of move it down or around a little bit, maybe closer to the center of my neck. And then I could move to the other side. So that alone should help to relax those guys a little bit. But beyond that, we want to then kind of move to restoring our natural neck shape. Okay, so a bolster behind my neck is going to give me just a little bit of cervical lordosis, which is normal. We want to either we get the push forward, or the kind of lordosis or internal rotation from the neck, or we get it from up here, which we don't necessarily want. Okay, so getting this back alone is going to help to inhibit the SEMs. Okay, the key with this is that you look down a little bit. So rather than just looking up, it's hard to see this, but I'm going to bridge up a little bit. So I'm going to sort of put my weight in my feet, bridge slightly, find my hamstrings, reach into the camera. All right, and then in this position, again, start by looking up. So normally I would look up as I inhale. This time I'm going to look down. And then just exhale, look back to the center. So by inhaling and looking down, and even nodding the chin down slightly, and then exhaling and nodding back to center. Okay, that's just going to teach the SEMs to come into a little bit of flexion. Sorry, the suboccipitals. I'm going to do an SEM video as well. But I look down, and I look back to center. And then just teaching that guy to relax in a gentle, relaxed atmosphere. From there, I can kind of feel the relaxation that gave me in my neck. From there, really, our last step would be to do something a little bit more global. So, like once we get our SEM to let go a little bit in that pattern, we can just do something like a seated relaxation where kind of put my eyes behind me a little bit and let everything drop down. I can open my hands up. And I like sitting low like this because it's going to flex my hips. It's going to give me a lot of flexion down low as well. It's going to relax my back. So like sitting on a low seat or even a yoga block is good. And just kind of breathing and letting that chill out for about maybe 1 to 2 minutes is also really beneficial. So I would start with a release. I would move to the supported sort of SCM thing where we're kind of teaching it to relax, and then I would go to something where either I'm sitting or I'm even doing something like maybe a toe touch where I'm just letting everything relax out. Give that a go. Hopefully that helps if you're stuck with your neck.